The lunar energy shift will expose hidden emotions and test your spiritual balance in ways that may feel both unsettling and transformative. When powerful lunar energy enters the atmosphere, it acts as a mirror that reflects everything you've been suppressing, avoiding, or ignoring. For the chosen ones, this means emotions that were buried deep within your subconscious pain, fear, resentment, jealousy, or doubt will begin to surface without warning. You may feel waves of emotion come and go, moments of clarity followed by sudden heaviness, or even confusion about why you're feeling certain things. This is not punishment but purification. The moon's energy reveals what you need to release before you can ascend into a higher level of purpose. It's as though the universe is turning on a bright light in a dark room, showing every corner of your inner world so you can clean what no longer belongs there. This energetic exposure can feel uncomfortable because it strips away illusions and forces you to confront the truth about yourself and those around you. During this shift, your spiritual balance will be tested because the emotional turbulence can easily knock you off center. You might notice changes in your sleep patterns, heightened sensitivity to sound or light, and stronger reactions to people or situations that normally wouldn't affect you. These are not random occurrences, they are signals from your spirit reminding you to stay grounded. As energy rises, the line between your physical and spiritual state becomes thinner, making you more receptive to vibrations, words, and intentions around you. If you're not careful, this heightened awareness can lead to spiritual fatigue or emotional overwhelm. That's why balance is key, learning how to observe what's surfacing without becoming consumed by it. When emotions arise, let them pass like waves. Do not resist them, and do not identify with them. Every emotion being revealed is information, showing you where you still need healing and where your boundaries must be strengthened. For chosen ones, this period is also a divine assessment of how much inner work you've truly done. Many say they are ready for new levels, but few are prepared to handle the emotional clearing that comes before it. The lunar energy shift will expose your triggers, habits, and attachments. You may find yourself revisiting past situations in your mind or encountering people from your past unexpectedly. This happens because your spirit is completing old cycles that cannot follow you into your next chapter. When such moments appear, recognize them as opportunities for closure rather than chaos. The universe is aligning circumstances to test whether you've truly let go of what once held you captive. Old emotional wounds will seek attention because healing cannot occur without acknowledgement. The moon brings light to what was hidden in darkness, and that illumination is meant to free you, not frighten you. Spiritually, this phase demands deeper self-control. You will be tempted to react emotionally when confronted with discomfort, but every reaction either stabilizes or destabilizes your spiritual frequency. The more you give in to fear, anger, or impatience, the further you drift from the calmness that allows divine instruction to flow. Maintaining your spiritual balance requires intentional actions, spending time in solitude, grounding yourself through nature or meditation, and disconnecting from external chaos. The energy of the moon amplifies what you focus on, so if your thoughts are negative or scattered, the effects will multiply. But if your heart is centered in faith and gratitude, that energy will expand instead. It's not about denying your emotions but mastering them so they no longer control you. True balance is not the absence of emotion but the ability to navigate emotion without losing your peace. The moon's influence also affects your relationships. You may feel sudden friction or emotional distance from people close to you. This happens because energy mismatches become more visible under strong lunar influence. People whose vibrations do not align with your current frequency will naturally begin to fall away or reveal their true intentions. This can be painful, but it's also a form of spiritual protection. The universe does not want you to carry incompatible energies into the next season. If someone's presence consistently drains your peace, the shift will make that clear. Instead of resisting these revelations, observe them as part of your awakening process. Every emotional reaction, every realization, is guiding you toward higher discernment and cleaner energetic space. The test of spiritual balance also extends to your thoughts. During this shift, the mind can become a battlefield. The moon's pull on the tides mirrors its pull on your internal waters, your emotions and subconscious. If you allow negative thinking to dominate, it will intensify your anxiety and confusion. But if you consciously choose calm and clarity, that focus will help stabilize the energetic waves. Be cautious of mental spirals and emotional narratives that make you feel powerless. They are illusions born from the ego's resistance to change. The lunar light is showing you that you have power over how you respond, even if you cannot control what happens. The strength of a chosen one lies in inner mastery, not external control. This shift also brings heightened intuition. Your spirit will begin to receive insights and gut feelings faster than usual. You might sense something before it happens or feel a sudden knowing about what you should do next. Trust these inner signals, they are your spirit's way of helping you navigate the energetic turbulence. When you listen to intuition instead of reacting from fear, you align yourself with divine timing. The more balanced you remain, the clearer your spiritual guidance will become. However, ignoring your inner voice during this time could lead to unnecessary setbacks because the energy is moving rapidly, and hesitation creates energetic resistance. The lunar energy shift is ultimately an initiation into deeper spiritual maturity. It teaches you that growth is not about always feeling peaceful but about maintaining peace even when everything around you is shifting. It forces you to distinguish between emotional noise and divine truth. When you begin to observe your emotions without being controlled by them, you pass one of the highest tests of spiritual evolution. This lunar cycle is preparing you to carry higher frequencies of divine purpose, but before you can do that, you must first prove that your emotional foundation can support the energy being poured into you. Avoid actions and thoughts that lower your vibration or invite confusion, because during this lunar energy shift, your spiritual frequency will determine what energies attach to you and what blessings reach you. The moon amplifies whatever state you're in. If your vibration is high, you attract clarity, protection, and divine favor, but if you entertain negativity, fear, or doubt, you open spiritual doors for confusion, heaviness, and emotional exhaustion. Every thought you hold becomes an energetic signal broadcast into the universe. That is why this period demands mindfulness and discipline. Small actions that seem harmless, like gossiping, complaining, or comparing yourself to others, can quickly pull your energy downward when the lunar energy is this strong. The universe is sensitive to vibration now, and it responds to what you emit, not what you intend. You must guard your energy as if it were sacred currency, because in spiritual truth, it is. The most dangerous trap during this shift is emotional reaction. When you react out of anger, impatience, or fear, you scatter your energy and weaken your spiritual protection. Lunar energy magnifies emotions, which means even a moment of negativity can ripple through your entire field and attract matching vibrations from others. This can lead to unnecessary arguments, confusion, or inner turmoil that slows your progress. Instead of reacting, practice responding with awareness. Breathe before you speak, think before you act, and ground yourself before you engage with heavy emotions. Every choice is an energetic decision. The higher you rise spiritually, the more important it becomes to manage your energy like a guardian. The chosen ones cannot afford to waste power on things that drain or distract. Your thoughts during this time shape your next cycle. The moon's energy is like fertile soil. Whatever you plant in your mind will begin to grow quickly. That's why negative self-talk, fear-based thinking, or resentment must be cleared out immediately. When you tell yourself stories of lack, betrayal, or limitation, you are programming your vibration to align with those outcomes. The universe doesn't interpret your words, it responds to your energy. If you dwell on doubt, you invite doubt-filled experiences. If you focus on peace, you attract calm and protection. Guarding your mind means being selective about what you think, say, and even consume. Be mindful of the content you watch, the conversations you participate in, and the energy of the spaces you enter. Everything you expose yourself to either nourishes or drains your frequency. During the lunar energy shift, You may also notice external triggers testing your emotional boundaries. People may behave strangely, miscommunications can occur, and unexpected situations might challenge your patience. These are not coincidences, they are reflections of the energy you're being asked to master. Every time you choose calmness over chaos, you strengthen your vibration and show the universe that you're ready for higher responsibilities. But if you react with frustration or ego, you feed confusion, and your energy spirals downward. Spiritual growth is not about perfection but awareness, catching yourself before your energy slips into negativity and realigning with peace as quickly as possible. Avoiding low vibrations also means avoiding environments and people who carry them. When energy shifts this intensely, some individuals unconsciously project their fear or pain onto others. You might feel drained after certain conversations or notice that being around particular people leaves you uneasy. This is your intuition warning you that their vibration is clashing with yours. Protect yourself by limiting your exposure to gossip, drama, or emotional chaos. It's not judgment, it's self-preservation. The chosen ones must remain spiritually clear to receive divine instructions, and that clarity cannot exist in the midst of energetic noise. You are being called to separate from distractions that cloud your discernment. The universe will test how much you're willing to let go of comfort to protect your peace. Even your internal dialogue can either uplift or lower your vibration. When you dwell on what's missing or replay painful memories, you anchor yourself to lower timelines. Energy follows attention. Wherever your focus goes, your life force flows. The lunar frequency magnifies this truth. Focus on gratitude instead of grievances. Gratitude raises your frequency instantly because it aligns you with abundance rather than lack. Each time you give thanks for what you already have, you expand your energetic capacity to receive more. It's a spiritual law that gratitude multiplies blessings while complaint multiplies confusion. The choice between the two is always yours, and this week, that choice carries amplified power. Music, food, and rest also play a role in maintaining your vibration. Sound frequencies affect your energy field, and during a moon shift, your spirit becomes more sensitive to them. Choose sounds that heal rather than harm, soft instrumentals, affirmations, or prayers rather than chaotic or aggressive tones. What you consume physically and mentally matters because your body is the vessel carrying your divine light. Heavy, processed foods or lack of rest can make your energy dense, while fresh, nourishing meals and proper sleep help you remain aligned. The chosen ones must treat their bodies like sacred instruments during times of high energy. The more balanced your physical state, the more stable your vibration remains. Avoid overthinking and emotional overanalyzing because the moon's pull on your subconscious can make your mind feel crowded. When you try to figure everything out logically, you block the flow of intuition. Some things revealed during this period are meant to be felt, not understood immediately. Trust that clarity will come in divine timing. Overanalyzing situations or replaying conversations only feeds confusion and drains your spiritual focus. The lunar shift is teaching surrender, not passive giving up, but active trust in divine guidance. Allow your spirit to lead where your mind cannot comprehend. Energy is like currency, every thought, action, and reaction either spends it wisely or wastes it. Negative actions like arguing, doubting your worth, or holding grudges create energetic debt that slows manifestation. Positive actions, kindness, forgiveness, silence, prayer build energetic wealth that strengthens your connection with divine flow. During the lunar energy shift, these spiritual exchanges happen faster. Karma moves swiftly, meaning what you put out returns almost instantly. That is why it's vital to stay intentional about your energy. What you give the universe now will echo in your life for months to come. Confusion is the byproduct of misaligned energy. When you sense mental fog or indecision, it's often because you've absorbed energy that doesn't belong to you. Clear it through stillness, meditation, or prayer. The moment you stop resisting and simply breathe, your energy begins to reset. The more you practice energetic hygiene, clearing your mind, protecting your peace, Choosing positive focus, the higher your vibration will rise. The lunar energy shift is not against you, it's working for your evolution. But it demands that you become the gatekeeper of your own frequency, filtering out anything that does not serve your divine alignment. Stay aligned through prayer, stillness, and obedience to divine guidance, because during this lunar energy shift, the universe is speaking louder than ever, but only those who are still enough to listen will hear it. When cosmic energy intensifies, it amplifies both chaos and clarity, and your alignment determines which one you experience. Prayer becomes your lifeline. It stabilizes your spirit, grounds your emotions, and reminds your soul that divine order still governs every storm. The lunar pole can make your energy fluctuate. One moment you feel powerful and clear, and the next you may feel uncertain or disconnected. This is why prayer is essential. It brings you back into spiritual rhythm, syncing your personal vibration with divine will. Each time you pray, you realign your frequency with peace, allowing divine protection to surround you and divine wisdom to guide you through the energetic waves rising in the season. Stillness is equally powerful. The modern world teaches movement, reaction, and noise, but divine power reveals itself in quiet spaces. Stillness allows the voice of God, your higher self, and your intuition to emerge clearly from beneath the clutter of overthinking and emotional noise. During the lunar energy shift, stillness is not laziness, it is spiritual strategy. When you quiet your mind and rest your energy, you give the universe permission to reveal truths that busyness hides. Many chosen ones miss divine signs because they are too caught up in doing rather than being. The moon's energy is reflective. It invites you to pause, observe, and listen. In moments of silence, you'll notice synchronicities, sudden realizations, and gentle nudges from your spirit pointing you in the right direction. The answers you seek are already within you. Stillness is the doorway that allows you to hear them. Obedience to divine guidance is the final key to remaining aligned. When the universe speaks through intuition, dreams, repeated numbers, or even quiet feelings, you must respond without hesitation. Lunar energy magnifies your sensitivity to divine direction, but that direction will only benefit you if you act on it. Sometimes, the guidance will not make logical sense. It may ask you to walk away from something familiar, say no to a tempting opportunity, or change a pattern that has kept you comfortable. But obedience is not about comfort, it's about trust. The divine never leads you to confusion, it leads you through transitions meant to refine you. The chosen ones must understand that obedience during energetic shifts creates acceleration. When you act quickly and faithfully on divine instructions, the universe rearranges itself to meet you with blessings, clarity, and confirmation. Prayer, stillness, and obedience form a divine triangle of protection and alignment. Prayer connects you vertically with God or the divine source, stillness grounds you in the present moment, and obedience anchors your actions in spiritual truth. Together, they help you maintain clarity amid chaos. When you live in alignment, your energy becomes a channel for divine will rather than a reaction to external forces. You begin to feel guided rather than lost, peaceful rather than anxious, and powerful rather than drained. The lunar energy shift may shake the surface of your reality, but when you are anchored in divine flow, no storm can uproot you. The moon's energy also heightens your ability to manifest and attract what matches your inner state. That means when you pray with faith, you activate unseen forces working in your favor. Every word spoken in sincerity becomes energy set into motion. But if your words are filled with doubt or fear, that same energy can delay your blessings. This is why staying aligned in prayer matters. It cleanses your vibration and reinforces trust in divine timing. Speak life into your circumstances, even when you don't yet see change. The moon listens to emotion more than words, so let your prayers be filled with gratitude, not desperation. Gratitude is the language of faith, and it magnetizes blessings far faster than worry ever could. Stillness will also sharpen your discernment during this period. Not every opportunity or connection that appears under this powerful energy is meant for you. The universe tests your awareness by placing distractions beside blessings, and only a still, discerning spirit can tell the difference. When you rush, you choose from impulse; when you pause, you choose from wisdom. The divine guidance you receive in quiet reflection will often confirm what your heart already knows but your mind doubts. This is how alignment works. It brings your heart, mind, and actions into agreement with divine order. Obedience also teaches humility, which is essential for spiritual growth. Sometimes, divine instructions seem simple or insignificant, but their power lies in your willingness to trust without full understanding. Every act of obedience, no matter how small, builds momentum toward your purpose. When you ignore these nudges, you delay your elevation. The lunar energy shift will reveal where you've been resisting divine flow. If you feel tension, confusion, or repeated blockages in an area of life, it may be a sign that you're holding on where God has already said let go. Obedience breaks stagnation and invites new movement. The moment you surrender, doors open, and clarity flows like light through darkness. During this lunar cycle, your alignment also protects you from energetic interference. When you stay prayerful, still, and obedient, negative vibrations cannot attach easily to your aura. You become spiritually shielded because your energy resonates at a higher frequency than fear or confusion can reach. That's why those who maintain peace seem untouched while others feel drained or scattered. Alignment is spiritual armor. It keeps your spirit strong when the atmosphere is unstable. When the world feels chaotic, the chosen ones who remain anchored in faith become beacons of stability and light. Remember that alignment is not achieved once and forgotten. It must be maintained daily. Some days you'll feel connected and clear, other days, you may feel distant or uncertain. The key is consistency. Keep praying even when it feels silent, stay still even when your mind wants to rush, and obey even when the path ahead is unclear. These practices are like spiritual muscles. They grow stronger with use. The more you align, the more natural it becomes to recognize divine timing, sense energy shifts, and respond with grace rather than fear. As the lunar energy shift unfolds, understand that every challenge you face is shaping your sensitivity to divine rhythm. You are being trained to move with the flow of cosmic cycles, not against them. Prayer will give you strength, stillness will reveal truth, and obedience will open doors that effort alone cannot. The energy around you may rise and fall, but your alignment will remain steady because it is rooted in something eternal. Stay faithful, stay centered, and trust that every moment of alignment moves you closer to divine fulfillment and the blessings that await those who choose light over confusion, faith over fear, and obedience over resistance.